For the first time ever, I'm going to be sitting down and packing your orders. I'm on a little bit of a time crunch, so I didn't get the tote bags done, and they're still in like progress. And then personalization in orders hasn't been completed either. But as we pack, I still have to trim off excess threads and get rid of the little fluff bits. So we're going to be doing that all as we pack today. Hopefully, I also have to add tags to all of the items. So I'm gonna have a bunch of tags here. And yeah, we're just gonna get through this together. I'm not sure if I'm gonna upload this as my main video because it's going to be quite a long packing video if I include everything. But I haven't filmed anything else this week and it's Thursday. So likelihood of me filming anything tomorrow is very slim. The first order is a train case. Amelia train case is this one. Sure there are no funny threads. If you guys ever get an order with a thread, like an obvious thread somewhere, never pull it. Make sure you just trim it off, because if you pull a thread, you literally have no idea where it leads to. So it could like unravel some things. Order number 1. So we've got a train case and a hair tools pouch in this order. Oh, this one's a Paloma e-reader sleeve and a Amelia vanity bucket. So, oh, my dog wants to go out to use the toilet. Or maybe she's just looking for other dogs. Very cutie. Rain. Vanity bucket. I might pack this one up where they're inside this, so I can keep it all. There we go. If I ever have a retail shop, this will be how I tell my staff to pack up people's orders, because I feel like it just is so cute. They also need to like invent longer tissue paper, or I need to get like custom tissue paper. Never long enough. I don't know if I've shown the vlogs yet, but I'm putting my stickers in a vanity bucket. It's very cute. I'm really not enjoying sitting down. I kind of want to stand up. Okay, this is a hair tools pouch and a vanity bucket. Okay guys, just to separate my day and to make everything a little bit easier tomorrow, I'm going to pack a few orders tonight that are all ready to go and don't need like any additions. My camera is nearly flat and the microphone's nearly flat, so let's see how we go. First order is, I don't think I'll say the names, but it is a hair tools pouch. And I'm going to fold up my pouches a little bit differently to normal so they don't get as squished. And I might move them there. There we go, we've got a little bit of a system going. Thank you card. double check. All good. And next order is a cutie carry-all bag. This one here. Perfect. And then Hertel's pouch. Where did I put them? Over here. Even though I got it ready for myself. And this pouch. Perfect. Then we've got an e-reader sleeve. I'm pretty sure I put them in the big bags. And then we've got a cutie carry-all bag. I might put the microphone down there so you guys can hear. Cutie carry-all. Adorable. And then a Hertel's pouch. got a double one. This is a carry-all bag and a hair tools pouch. That one. And that one. Obsessed. Got an e-reader sleeve. Another e-reader sleeve. And last order is an e-reader sleeve. all finished. I think that's like a record. We got that done in under 20 minutes. So like under 15 minutes actually. Okay, I'll be back in the next clip to do the rest of the orders. Yeah, so I have quite literally had the busiest 2 weeks of ever of Matchy's history, I'm pretty sure. I had the Amelia pre-orders, as you guys saw, it was coming up. And you saw some of me making it, and I had every intention to film the rest of the construction of those pre-orders and get like a massive shot of all of the products ready to go. But that didn't happen because I literally got an influx of orders. Beside like a launch day, this was probably the most orders I've ever had in a week. So next week's vlog's going to be really, really exciting because I will start working on those orders today probably. But I finished packing up all of the Amelia today, and I realized I filmed all of the packing, and then I realized you're just watching me pack Amelia stuff. So that's kind of boring, like everyone's getting the same stuff. So I don't know how much of that footage I'm going to use. I haven't posted on my socials because I've been so busy. I have some content filmed but not edited, so I'll probably start posting that come Monday. But anyway, let's not focus on that. It doesn't matter. I have some bad news though. I don't know if I'm not doing this yet, but I wanted to sign up for a craft market. It's like a made local market, and I applied and I got accepted, and I got sent the invoice to make the payment a little bit later than I expected. So I kind of didn't know if my spot was still being held or not because I had like an interruption and I didn't like get back to them in time. Anyway, they sent me the invoice to make payment, and I got a message from my zip supplier, and there was like an issue with the new batch of zips, and they can't send it out until another week, and then shipping takes 6 to 8 days from there, which puts me way too close to the market, and I don't have enough zips to like keep going. So I won't be able to make bulk for a market. But let me just sit on that thought for a minute. I would love to know if you're from Brisbane, if you want a Matchy Pop like market pop-up. It's obviously not an individual pop-up, it would be a Matchy stall at a market. It's a lot of work. Like, I stopped doing the markets after I rebranded because managing the online stock with the in-person stock and my time, like it was just too much. And I signed up for it because I just was getting really lonely, like I wanted to see like community reaction, interaction again, and just like see what's out there and keep involved in all of that stuff. That's really important to me. I also have a lot of subscribers that came from a market video I made. I do have that video now privated because that's not my content anymore, so I didn't want people like subscribing because of that video and then getting disappointed. But I wanted to take you guys through like the whole process of how I would set up for a market and what I would do now versus what I did back then. But yeah, sadly I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't know, it might come around and I might see like work out the actual logistics of when the zippers might arrive, and I might be able to just cut it close. I'm not too sure. But moving on to really exciting things, I'm going to make a Kindle pouch and a book sleeve because we've got some new fabric in and I love it. I don't know if it's going to come up on camera because it's the same colors as all 3 Georgina gingham colors, and they're little bows, but I'm not sure if you can see it. But yeah, it's so cute. So I need to start making content, I guess. I want to just make these in the e-reader sleeves and the book sleeves and the small bags for now. But yeah, I thought we could do that together. Okay, small change of plans. I just filmed that little intro and I was like, I actually cannot be bothered to make a book sleeve and an e-reader sleeve. And I'm gonna treat myself and I'm gonna try and make this book sleeve without the zip and with like the little bow tie, because I've wanted to try one for the longest time. So I will do a little tutorial with you guys today. So if you want to get your sewing material out, we can do this together, because I think this might be a cute little thing. Please keep in mind that I am doing this in real time pretty much with you. So if it doesn't work out in the end, don't get mad. But I think it should be okay. Basically, what we're going to need is your book that you want to cover. So I'm going to use my Miley Cyrus Miles to Go book. And you want to take the measurement of the length and the width, and then you want to do half of the depth and then plus your seam allowance. So to make it super easy is my width of the width is the short edge, by the way, but the width of this book is 6 and I'll round it up, 6¼ inch, and the depth is 1 inch. So I'm just going to add 1 inch either side, because that covers half of the depth plus a ½ inch seam allowance. So 6¼ I'll then cut 8¼ and then do the same for the length. So add it ×2. And that's what we've got. So it was 8¼ and then it was 11½. So 8¼ inch this way and 11½ inches lengthways. And I cut that in the outer, which is already pre-quilted. And then I've got the lining, which is the same kind of fabric. And that one is a little bit shorter because you're gonna have this to be a bit puffy, but it's not that deep. Like if you wanted to cut it the same length and width, but then just sew a little bit extra at the machine with the seam allowance, that's totally fine. I just cut it the tiniest bit shorter around there. And then for the straps, I'm not too sure how long I want these to be. So I just cut them the whole length of my fabric, and I cut that then in half. And what I'll do is when I get to the stage of attaching them is I'll kind of just measure and see where I'm at, because yeah, I'm not too sure how big or small I want them. But let's go over to the machine and assemble. Now I actually saw on TikTok a really neat way of how to finish bias binding. Essentially what you want to do is open this up and cut down the sides like that. And then you want to open up the side that has the main opening and then fold it down, I believe. Yeah, okay. Fold it down, close this, and then this tucks in to there, like that. Okay, that's cute. It's definitely a little bit fiddly, but you'll get there. I'm not gonna do worry too much about how neat this is, because this is just gonna be for personal use. But I think that's cute. I'm just gonna stitch the perimeter of this. I just edge stitched the one bit and then this is left. And I'm gonna do it the same for this one. If you guys have a tag or wanna add a tag, you can definitely do that now. I'm not going to add a tag. And I'm going to add the, what do we do? Do we do them? I might just leave them this long, to be honest, because like I want it to be quite an exaggerated bow. So I'm going to just stitch them. So they're just folded and clipped up. I've attached them halfway down the length like that and just done a quick stitch. But now I'm going to, let's do the lining first. You're going to want to leave a gap on one length side, and then you're going to leave the whole length side free and then stitch around the width side. And you need to do it right sides together. And I'm doing a 1/2 inch seam allowance and I'm back stitching at the front and back. Trim the corners. You want to do the same with this. Prioritize the center of the straps. If you can, that's a little bit of a hack. And don't stitch along that side. I'm not pinning anything, but of course pin things if you need to. I will take note if I need to round the corners, and then just reduce the bulk, obviously by cutting off the seam allowance, so you don't have a big thick thing sitting in your book sleeve. Turn your lining inside out so it's the right way, and then insert it into the middle of your book sleeve, and then pin it. This is a moment of truth. If it doesn't match up snugly, you need to adjust. That's looking pretty snug to me. And then you're just going to stitch along the outside to pull everything together. I'm only going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance for this one. Perfect. And then turn it inside out. And top stitching is where I'm most interested in, because I'm pretty sure I only want to top stitch the seam to the lining, so I don't have that weird bubble here, but I'm not sure. We might want to go, oh yeah, you probably do want to top stitch all the way around. Let's just check everything fits. It does. And we can close up the hole in the lining. Like, part of me doesn't want to top stitch because I just really like that open, but it needs to happen. Cute. Let's see if it fits. It's perfect. Literally perfect. And then yeah, I can see why these are all over Pinterest. That is really cute. I need to find a way to stop this from happening, so I'll probably do rounded corners. Because I just don't like that. It doesn't happen when you have like flat books or notebooks, and people probably don't notice it, but I think it looks ridiculous. Like, you can't see it in person because you're looking at the product for what it is. Like, on camera and photographing it, like, it looks bonkers. So I'll probably fix that by doing rounded corners. This is really sweet. I really like this. Obsessed. Okay guys, if I don't wrap up this video with another outro, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you all next Monday. Bye guys.